Okay, YouTube, we got a great one for you today. This is a sensor out of a Manitowoc ice machine. We're going to, it's failed, not because it's physically damaged along the wiring. It failed because internally where these sensors bridge with the copper wires, there's corrosion. And that is causing all kinds of grief on the ice machine. So what we're going to do is, with a very fine saw, we're going to cut through the housing and split it in half and pull this off. I'm going to saw through this, resolder these connections if we can, and then we'll use some PVC glue and reseal this seam and put it back in service and see if we fixed it. Because I think Manitowoc wants like $50 for this sensor and the customer doesn't want to pay it. Also, this would be a really great place to use a Dremel. I just didn't bring mine with me tonight. But I have a handsaw. Whoa. As we drift out of our... we drift out of the curve. I'd like to remind you, this is not the way Manitowoc recommends this. Whoop, got you guys sliding again. Yeah. Yeah, Manitowoc would just simply have you replace this. They don't like you, that's why they glue these together, so you can't fix them. But you know, what's the fun if you're not going to try to cut something in half? Okay, now you know what I'm going to do back there. I do this one, just cut the wires off too. It's probably not. Not good way. Okay, lean on. I'm going to cut the wires off. I don't have a million tools you can do. I'm going to use. Right now, look for the finish your screen at me. Oh my god, what are you doing? I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. I've never done this before. I've never done this before. Especially this one, probably handy. That's everyone. That's everywhere. Okay? Not trying to move my bottom. It's a particular repair with it. There's not much repair either, but it's not broken. They're not cheap. But you scratch your imagination. From the past, I'll screw those things. There's your problem. Everything in the wire, corroded, it's not off. Now, the fun part, you're not supposed to know. Oh yeah, I love that sound, don't you guys? Listen for it. There it is. Sound of giving away. And there you go. If you look at focus, if you look, what happened here was the connection is soldered, but it's very corroded. If I move this back and forth a couple times, you'll see this break right off. If you wiggle it, yeah, you see the connection wasn't all that good. You can see a lot of green and corrosion, which tells me that these are probably the reason. If we're looking there, I'm not going to be able to see it, tube, but if you look in there, I'm going to be able to focus. Focus. And let me get some extra light on the situation. If you look carefully, what you're going to notice there is, whoa, I washed it in light. There you go. Kind of see it there. You see it's kind of green inside. That's a sign that water has been getting onto this. Given I know it's in an ice machine before anyone tries to comment. And you can also kind of see green. Well, you're not going to be able to because I'm too bright, but if you look in here carefully, there's some green corrosion. And some over here too. So this connector is just corroded. It didn't fail under any kind of damage from anything else, it just corroded. I think we're going to cut a couple inches of this wire off too because it's about 1,000,000 feet too long for the application at hand. So we're just going to cut a few inches off. And we'll just strip a few. I think this is an 18. Yeah, it looks like about like 18. Yeah, that looks pretty bright. I think we can live with that. Number 18 stranded wire. Looks pretty good. Now, I know a lot of people are going to yell at me when I tell them this, but I kind of forgot to bring a meter tonight, so I can't test continuity in place. Let me grab some soldering gear here. my paper with all my crumbs. Crumbs. Mmm, sensor crumbs. Don't eat those. And just so you guys know, I'm actually at the site of the ice machine. I'm working there on one of their tables. Soldering iron. You can't even see it. But it's awesome. Just trust me, guys. Soldering iron, awesomeness. Helps better though if I put the in the right way. Ta-da! Right back, I'm gonna wet my sponge. Look at that, how convenient. I had some extra solder laying around. So first thing we're going to do is, we're going to fire up the old soldering iron here. Put medium gas. Okay, we're heating up. Give it a second to get nice and toasty. Hope you guys can see this okay. I'm probably going to like fill the frame with hands. It's gonna be like a surgical moment here. Like them apples. I'll solder that to make it solid. Now, maybe, just a maybe. As you can see, that's pretty tight connections. I just pulled that pretty hard to bring that up there. Now again, our weight trick keeps our wires from moving. Especially when we're gonna solder the piss out of them. We're gonna solder the bejesus out of these things. Here we go, boys and girls. Solder away. Now we got some flow going on. Trick with soldering wire is get that flow started between the iron and the wire. The tinning material does the rest. I'm just going to glob it on nice and heavy. This ain't going to be pretty work, but it's going to hold. Probably for quite some time, I bet. Probably be back to visit this machine again for this problem. You can see it's sucking it in. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there, look at that. Just overally nice and sluxed up and soldered. Yeah, that'll work. I should do that in the first place. Could have totally just did that in the first place, that'd have been done. Now look, good stuff. They build their own self-strain relieving devices inside. I'll show you how that works in a minute. Now for the fun bit. Putting it all back together again. Putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. Back again. Okay, everybody. So anyone who's done plumbing in their life, or seen anyone do plumbing, knows what these are. And ultimately knows what my bad idea is. This should be good. First thing we're going to do is clean these with some alcohol to prep it. Hang on. I need the big wrench. Fun tip for you, if you use these chemicals, you want to buy a pair of these. Because you want to close these as tight as you humanly can. And then you want to crank them down with a wrench. Because the glue, for whatever reason, can seep past the seals. And this stuff dries out fast. Okay. Clean this. I'm just going to clean the mating surfaces here. Probably going to make a mess though, so. As everyone's going, oh my god, he's dripping cleaner everywhere. Try to avoid too much direct contact with the wires, because we know where that's going to lead us. Down a slippery slope to melting them. Okay. So, that's the first step. We've cleaned the material. Now the next step, we're going to glue it. But I'm not going to use the can here, I'm going to use an acid brush. Only reason being is I need at least a minor bit of fine control. But we're not going to grab it from, we'll grab it from the ball though. Okay. Now, people are right now going, oh my god, cannot believe what this guy is doing. They're engineers from Manitowoc going, what the hell? There are people right now going, oh my god, you should not do that. Because it's crazy. But you see? Proving yet again that you can keep any piece of machinery running for almost no money. Now, put this and that together. That's where it gets interesting, everybody. This work's going to start to get real interesting real quickly. Like, I know we can. Hold it for like a 10 count. Probably put some glue on top of it. Because, well, suckers. Now you can see it kinda, sorta, maybe come here often. If she's trying to goop that up pretty good there. Fill that void as best we can. Probably, maybe. I think we might have enough bonding agent there to bond this permanently. Pinch that down tight. Hold it for like a 15 count. You can see the bond. Mexican again. Yes, I am assembling this thing in a mannerism that would be considered crazy to most. I do know that. This is quite a foreign method to do this in, but it works. Go. Yes, tubes. Can you be any more redneck about your repair? What did I do? I drilled 2 big holes in it, ran some zip ties through it. There you go, look at that. Newly repaired ice sensor. Where is that screw? Thud. Does that knock everything over? There you go, tubes. You know what the bad part is? I know about half the people are going to look at that and go, what the hell was he thinking? And the other half of people are going to look at it and go, that's a good idea. And trust me, if you say you replaced it and your customer finds out you did this, they will kill you. But we know that this isn't replaced. We know that we're making an attempt to repair. I'm going to route both of these like this. So there we got some strain relief going on. Put that right there. Work the screw back in. That's half the fun right there. Little nut driver. Oh, and this little 11-in-1 little screwdriver from Klein freaking awesome. I keep this in my computer bag because it fits like every screw you can run across in a normal situation. Oop, too far. Too far. Somewhere in there probably then. Okay, tubes, we're going to put my screwdriver in my pocket. I'm going to put my phone on my pocket. And I'm going to grab you tubes. Oh, tubes, we're walking now. Oh, my memory card is like on the empty, huh? Well, looks like this is where I'm going to leave you then, tubes, and then I'll bring you back on another tape for exactly what the repair worked out to be.